Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, Fabulites. This is Angela, and I have got questions for you. What opens with a shot of the baby triplets, and what closes with a shot of the baby triplets? We're in this video loop with these baby triplets walking. If you guess this is us, season 2, episode 9, number 2. You're correct. The channel is Be Fabulous You. Thank you so much for joining us, clicking on the video and sticking around to see how we get from opening to closing. Welcome back. Let us proceed. So, again, we got this loop back to Mama Becca and Daddy Jack in the video of the baby triplets as they walk, perhaps for the first time. Number 1 has already walked, and now we're focused on number 2. And number 2 is baby girl Kate. We joined her at 37 years old. She's taking her prenatal vitamins. These are, she says, even though they look like candy, these are vitamins, you know, prenatal vitamins. She's at home. The TV is on. She's talking to the baby in her belly. And she's singing, and she's holiday laughing, and I don't know what touching. I don't know what that. I can't read my writing. She probably touching her belly. She happy. She talking to the baby in her belly and building a relationship. Then we see the teen Kate with her dog. So we see the maternal instincts, you know, playing out with the dog before she was a mama. And she's got her headphones on. She's listening. The lights go out. And this is when we realize that this is the perspective. This is the same day when the coach came from Pitt, came to visit with her brother Kevin. This is like just before he came. She's soothing her dog, who gets upset because the lights go out. Kate's mom, Becca, is trying to check in with Kate about her college situation. You know, well, why don't you make a list of 5 colleges like the college advisor said? And a month, you think a month is a long time? A month will go by like that. That's what the mama is saying to the daughter. And Kate is super unbothered. She's uninterested in Kate's help because, you know, she's a teenager. She knows everything. She don't need help from her mother, who don't know nothing. And then the coach arrives, and Becca says to Kate as she goes into her room, now make that list. You know, she's trying to help the girl. And then we shoot back to a 37-year-old Kate, and she writing. She working on that list. Well, it's not that list. It's actually a list. And we see Toby in the background. He's making a healthy green smoothie. Yay! Her prenatal smoothie. She's trying to do everything she can to be a good mama with his silly self. He's silly. But she's making a list of questions to ask the doctor at her appointment. So she remembers, because she said usually she gets to the appointment, she can't remember what she wanted to ask. She has amnesia, so she's making this list so she can ask all her questions. And then she's full of questions, and she's like, oh, the Swedish baby bed that we ordered is coming, and they say it fits most tubs. You think it'll fit our tub? I don't know. And Toby is like, I don't know. And she's like, well, I'm gonna go measure it. So, or she goes, and he's like, where you going? I'm going to measure the tub. So Toby continues reading Kate's list, and then we hear like a metal sound, a crash, and then we hear Kate, and she's like, Toby! And y'all, we already knew because we watched last episode that she lost the baby. So we figuring this is when it happened, what happened, and all of that. But also, even if we didn't know, that's not a good sound to hear a pregnant woman screaming, you know? Okay, so then we see Toby and Kate in the medical facility, in the emergency room, in their doctor's office or whatever. And the doctor is talking, but it's like, I can't hear what the doctor is saying, and I don't know what kind of effect they had, because it was like rump, 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 rump. But you see the mother and the father in the foreground, and they've lost the baby. I mean, you can tell from the expressions and everything, and that's like where all my focus was. So maybe my eyes were so focused on them that I couldn't hear nothing, but I feel like they did some kind of special effect. Did they do a special effect? And then we see Kate dressed and ready to go in a red dress to work. She's this is 37-year-old after the miscarriage, Kate. And Toby is like, what? Wait, what's going on? I thought we were gonna sit here and watch old movies and snuggle and cuddle and try to heal from this trauma we just experienced. And Kate is like, oh well, I gotta I gotta go to work, because if I don't show up, they not gonna have me come again to sing, and I got a job to do. And hey, yeah, I got on a red dress, I'm going to sing. And Toby is like, baby, you just had a miscarriage. And she's like, oh, thank you for telling me, but I gotta go. And he's like, okay, well, let me take you. She's like, well, the Uber will be here. Oh no, she didn't get into any tension then. She's just like acting like everything is normal. Like, oh, the Uber will be here. Oh yeah, I know I had a miscarriage. Yeah, you could just pick me up afterwards. I'll be finished around 3:30. Okay, sure. Okay, pick me up. And then we see Kate, teenage Kate, coming in from walking the dog, and she has her headphones on again. She's really into music. And then Daddy Jack is about to take math prodigy, that's what she said about Randall, to his college visit. And Randall is rushing. He does not want to be late. It's very important to him. We can still tell that he's very anal and controlling, and he's very Randall. He Randalling out. Poetry. I was listening to poetry, and she like, I love that expression, randle it out. He randle it out, girl. He randling out. And then we see Kate and Becca. Kev and Kate and Becca are like, well, we'll see y'all after the game. And then Becca goes to check in with Kate, and she's in Kate's bedroom. And Becca is like, I was just thinking, it must be tough since your two brothers know exactly what they're going to do with their lives. Kevin has his football. He's going to go someplace and play football. And Randall is going to do some math thing that none of us can understand. But, you don't know what path to get on. But that's great though, Kate. I mean, you can keep your options open. You can go to a great liberal arts college and explore until you figure out what your passion is. And Kate is like, teenager, wow, Mom, I didn't realize that you thought I was passionless until now. I gotta go to school. I'll see you after school at the game. And then she exits, and Becca is in Kate's room, and she's looking around, and she finds a completed application for Berklee School of Music. So the child does have a passion. How come her mother didn't know she's passionate about music? Has she been hiding her passion for music since she dropped out of the talent show when she was 10 years old? For 8 years, her mama don't know she have a passion in music. She been keeping it a secret. And, so she find that this, because Berklee School of Music, that's a conservatory, right? That's like a serious place to go. So she finds the application. The child got cash money taped to it, so she done saved money with $50 without her mother knowing. So I mean, probably, especially back then, that's a substantial amount of money for the child to have saved. That shows she's serious. The child is serious about this Berklee School of Music thing. And she has an audition tape as well for Berklee. Teens, I don't know why the child didn't just tell her, I do have a passion. My passion is music, and I'm going to the Berklee School of Music. Or even before that, like, well, Mom, I'm thinking about applying to some music conservatories. I was thinking about Berklee. Why she tell the teenagers? And then we hear the mother puts the cassette tape into a cassette tape player. Some people don't even know what a cassette tape is, do y'all? You're the babies. You're babies. So we hear the audition tape. Hi, my name is Kate, and I really want to go to Berklee, and I hope you enjoy my audition tape. And she's singing, summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Now that song is always like such a weird song to me, but it's kind of like, Daddy's rich and your mom is good. But anyway, so we hear her voiceover of this audition. It's kind of like a sad song to me, or a confusing song to me, because the cotton is high, and it make me think of enslavement, and your daddy's rich and your mama's, I don't know. That's a weird song for me. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. it's pretty though. And Kate sounds really pretty singing it, not like me. Y'all, in my show, people kept complimenting me on my singing. Okay, so as we're hearing the voiceover of the audition, we also see Toby at the scene of the miscarriage. He's walked by the bathroom and he's like re-seeing Kate in the tub, and then Kate finding out about the death of the baby. And then we see Kate, 37 years old, post-miscarriage. She's singing at the gig and watching a little toddler girl, a baby girl, and her mom interact. And then we see Toby throwing out the shower curtain and rod and receiving delivery notification for the Swedish baby tub. And then we see Kate leaving the gig. She's upset by the baby girl and the mama. She just had a miscarriage. Yeah, this is a very sensitive area. And then we see Kate ignoring Toby's call. We see Toby arriving at the shipping company trying to prevent a package from being delivered to my apartment. He tells them, hey, I'm trying, And then the guy at the shipping company is like, this is not a customer service spot. Beat it. And Toby is like, he gets in his face and he's like, you better help me. I'm trying not to make things worse for my fiance. I'm a large and powerful man and I am trying to stay calm. I'm usually friendly and happy, but I'm trying. You better help me. And then we see Kate and Becca at the game, and Becca gives Kate a check for the Berkeley application. And Kate is like, why are you going through my stuff? And Becca's like, well, I had no idea you were even interested in singing, and you sound terrific. It's a great song selection. And meanwhile, on the field, Kevin has been injured. The mama, Becca, is like, call your father, find the phone, page him. So did he keep a pager all the time? When I was growing up, drug dealers types had pagers, and then I guess doctors had pagers, maybe before that or after that, and then I guess a lot of people had pagers. And then we see a 37-year-old Kate post miscarriage, and she's at a buffet, and her plate is piled high like a Chinese buffet or whatever. And then we see Toby in the warehouse, and he's searching for the baby bath. And then we see Kate sitting down to eat, and her fork is poised. And then we see Toby searching. And then we see Kate pushing the plate away. And then we see Toby in the last section. They say this is the last section it could be in. And then we see Toby in the car, and he's mad and he's banging the steering wheel. I guess he didn't have any luck finding the baby bath. And then Carl, the guy that he had gotten his face in earlier, he comes with the package. Yay! And then Toby gives the bath to Carl to give to his sister, who is expecting her third baby any day now. So it's kind of like an empty victory, like, yay, we found the package, but boo, we had a miscarriage. And then we see Kate at home, and she's told Becca about the miscarriage, but shuts down the conversation. Like, she like, I had a miscarriage, I don't want to talk about it, bye. Then Toby comes in, and he's worried, and he's mad. He like, where you been? You didn't answer my phone. What's going on? You did a disappearing act. And she's like, oh, well, I'm here. Well, what's up? She like not really concerned about his distress. And then she gets mad because he got her excited. She like, well, let's talk about this. You want to talk about being in distress? Well, you got me excited about this baby. And then he like, look, I am not going to apologize for being excited about us being pregnant. We did not lose the baby because we got our hopes up. It just happened, which is really just some sane talk, because yeah. And then Kate is like, it happened to me. It happened to me, Toby. It didn't happen to you. And then Toby is like, yes, it did. I lost the baby too. I will be your entire support system. But what we will not do is you tell me that I am not a part of this. It's not my body. It was not in my body. But that's true. And I don't know what that is like. But I'm trying to be strong for you. But I am hurt too. It happened to me. Okay, so then we see the teen Kate, and she is in the hospital. Oh my God, I gotta hurry up. She's in the hospital with Becca, and Kevin is getting an MRI, and they've been waiting a while. And Kate is like, I'm sorry I didn't tell you about Berkeley. It would crush me if I didn't get in, and I couldn't deal with the disappointment of you. I wouldn't disappoint you. And Becca's like, well, I'd be disappointed, but not for me, for you. And Kate is like, sometimes I can't tell the difference. And then Becca is like, my mom was tough. She was a closed steel door. And you know that, you know my mother. And if you could get through the closed steel door, there were spikes waiting for you on the other side. And I always said that if I had a child, if I had a daughter, I wanted to be different for you. I want to be different. I want to be soft. I want to be safe. I want to be a soft place to fall. I want to be a hug. You know, I want to be there with my arms open, wide open for you to fall into if you needed to. And we never got there though. And it's not your job to make me feel better. It's you know, it's my job to stay here with my arms open. I'm trying to read my notes and be dramatic at the same time. It's like an audition. And for you to maybe fall into someday if you needed it. But do or don't fall into my arms. I love you. And that's what it means to be a parent. You'll see someday. And then we see Jack and Randall arrive at the hospital, and Becca jumps into Jack's arms. Oh my gosh, they're doing the MRI now. Then we see a 37-year-old Kate in the couch. She laid out, and she wakes up, and she looks at the time, and then she calls for Toby. Tobe! And then she finds a note on the pillow. I couldn't read it, but I guess he like, I'm gone, I'll be back. And then she hears a knock at the door, and she like, oh, you forgot your keys, Toby? And then she opens the door, and it's her mama. And her mama, her mama Beck has her arms open, and she holds Kate, and Kate falls into her arms, and she's crying. And Becca's just holding her. And we see Becca and Kate on the couch, and they're talking, and Becca is sharing her guilt over Kyle's death. Kyle was the triplet that didn't make it. And she said, maybe I shouldn't have taken that long walk, because, you know, I took a long walk the day you were born. And then Kate is like, it wasn't your fault that Kyle died. It's not like in my situation. I feel like maybe it was my fault when I feel like I took this from Toby. I took the, you know, and Becca's like, you didn't. You need to talk to him, sweetheart. You need to share your feelings with Toby. I held my grief from your father for weeks. I thought I would hurt him. It would hurt him to see how sad I was. And then Kate tells, you know, Becca, I mean, not Kate, but Becca tells Kate the story. And we see the story of Kate going to the store with the triplets in the stroller in search of yellow onions to make a recipe. She ain't cooked nothing. She trying to cook something for her husband. She got to get these yellow onions, and she see the yellow onions, and she go to get them, and then one of the baby cries. It's Randall. She turn around to tend to the baby, and then we see a woman pick up, oh, yellow onions, and she walking away, and Kate is like, hold on, wait a second, them my yellow onions, you took them from me. And the woman's like, I took them off the shelf right there. She like, no, but those was my yellow onions, and I went to tend to my baby, and you better give me my yellow onions because I need them for my recipe, and those are my yellow onions. It's not fair for you to take them yellow onions from me. And then the people at the store are like, ma'am, is everything all right? Talking to Kate. And Kate is like, yeah, well, yes, this woman took my yellow onions, and these are my yellow onions, and I need the yellow onions. And, you know, she just went off on the woman, you know, and Kate is like, Mom, no, Mom, you did what? And she kind of, you know, gets a little smile, and Becca is like, yeah, you know, eventually, though, I did tell your dad, and that telling him is what made space in my heart for you and Kevin and Randall. Talk to Toby. And then they hug again. And we see Toby coming home to Kate with Becca, and he's kind of like, Toby coming home and seeing Becca with Kate. I mean, you know, Kate seeing the mama-in-law there, or the mama-in-law to be there, and he's like, and then Becca is like, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go, you know, to the coffee shop. And then Kate is like, come on, come, let me snuggle you, Toby. And Toby is like, let me snuggle you. That's not really my thing. And then Kate is like, I feel like I failed you, and I do want to try again for a baby. Not now, but I do want to try again. And then Kate goes, and she gets the shower rod and the curtain rod from the garbage, and then she puts it back up. And then Toby puts his arm around her, and then Kate, they're standing there, you know, in the bathroom looking at the shower rod, and Kate is like, we will not let this break us. And then we see the babies, and Randall is all over baby Kate, you know, and Jack is like, Randall, give your sister some space. So this is like the setup for number 3. Oh, I saw 8. This is some other notes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm only on page, it's gonna be like 40 minutes. But this is us from last week. A new episode, if you're watching this in relatively real time, comes on tomorrow night. So I sort of kind of caught up. I usually like to do my reviews a day, no more than 3 days after the actual event. But I am so super excited to have this review up before the next episode comes on. So thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm Angela again. The channel is Be Fabulous You. We're working on 200 subscribers. You could be a charter subscriber if you haven't already subscribed. And if you are a charter subscriber, I love you to pieces and back whole again. And today is the best day ever, and you are the greatest. You're number one. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Boom. Be